Yo, I'm telling you guys, the baseball gods must be so mad at the Astros for what they did back in 2017 that they're saying, nope, you're not going to have baseball this year. And that includes the entire league. Because you guys know a couple days ago, I reported that baseball is coming back, and it is. All of the owners signed up on it, the players, the health and safety protocols, they were signed. Everything is good to go. But then, huge news came out. Charlie Blackmon, I'm so flustered right now because I'm hoping that the season is not going to be canceled, and I shouldn't be flustered because I do think that everything is going to remain calm. I think that everything is going to work itself out because they have procedures and protocols. But Charlie Blackmon, he broke out in 2019 yet again. He was so good with the bat. He's not a very good defender anymore, but he was a huge part of that Rockies team. He tested positive for the you-know-what. I can't say it. YouTube will absolutely strike me down with force if I continue. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He tested positive for that, so we're going to talk about how that affects the 2020 season and the fact that Gerrit Cole might sit out for the Yankees. That could definitely be a possibility or not. A lot of you guys are freaking out about that on Twitter, so we're going to talk about everything. But don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe because we're so close to 200K. We're trying to get there before opening day. So thank you guys for all the support recently. Now, I do want to give a quick update because I didn't mention this in my last update video. The fact that the 2020 season, two things are going to change. One, there's going to be a runner on second base to start every extra inning because the fact that they're playing 66 games or 60 games in 66 days, they're not trying to have anyone play 15 to 18 innings. They don't want to set records in that department. So they're going to have one guy on second base. Whoever made the last out in the ninth, he's going to be put back on second base. So if you get Mondesi on second base, you're lucky. If it's someone like Nelson Cruz, you're not the luckiest. So that's how it's going to play out. And then also the last little update is teams will play 40 games against division rivals and then 20 games against their interleague rivals. So it's going to be NL East versus AL East. You have the NL Central versus the AL Central. That's how it's going to work. So the Yankees, not only do they have terrible teams like the Orioles, the Blue Jays, they now have the Marlins on their schedule, but then they also have teams like the Nationals and the Mets. The same, it goes for the Angels as well. Not only do they have the A's and the Astros, they have to face off against some teams like the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. So it's going to be interesting to say. I did get a tweet from my man Foolish Baseball, one of the best baseball channels on all of YouTube. Make sure you guys go follow him. He had some questions about whether interleague should be a thing or not, so please let me know. What is your opinion on it? Do you think that they should be playing interleague? Do you think that it should just be based off geolocation and really trying to minimize the damage that the you-know-what is taking over the world? Because we can see that no one is immune, all the way from Ezekiel Elliott to Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies. Now, because we just talked about the Yankees, the fact that they get to play the Marlins on top of the Orioles and the Blue Jays, I want to talk about their best player, their star. I mean, realistically, it's a debate between Gerrit Cole and Aaron Judge, but Gerrit Cole's wife, if you guys did not know this, is expecting. She is pregnant. And if you are pregnant, you are pretty much considered high risk for whatever's going on in the world. So what does that mean? Gerrit Cole might be able to opt out. No. That was a false rumor that was going on because the rumor was if Gerrit Cole wanted to opt out to take care of his wife who's high risk, he could do that and still get paid. That is not the case. I want to go ahead and shut that down right now. If Gerrit Cole opts out, he won't get any service time and he's gonna negate all of his contract. He's gonna have to give it up for 2020. So I don't think that he's willing to give up anywhere from $20 to $25 million, however much he's supposed to get paid for 60 games. But other players like Carlos Carrasco, who just overcame cancer, he is considered high risk. He can actually opt out and still get paid and get service time. So if it's the individual player who is high risk, you can opt out, you get your money, everything's good to go. But if it's a family member, you do not get to opt out and still get paid. You can still opt out if you want to, but the risk are you don't get a lot of money. That's millions and millions of dollars. So if you're a Yankees fan, I would say you should be good to go. But if you're an Indians fan, and Carlos Carrasco is your 3 or 4 starter, yeah, that's going to be a problem. I hope that he stays healthy. I want him to do what's best. Remember, family comes first. Baseball is secondary. Don't forget that. Now, on the flip side, Chuck Nasty, what does that mean? And now, let's say that he contracted this 1 week into the season. What does that mean for the rest of the Rockies? So I want you guys to really kind of come to a conclusion in the comment section down below. Do you think that we're going to have a 2020 season, or do you think that Blackmon, Mr. Chuck Nasty, and the fact that the Tigers, the Phillies, the M's, they've all reported to have positive tests as well? Do you think this is going to derail the season? In my opinion, I think that they're pretty much dead set. The train has left the station and it is not stopping anytime soon. I think baseball will be played regardless of if a few guys get If they get it, they get it. They'll be out for 10 days. They'll have a special injured list for it. Never going to be seen again, I don't think. So 2020 just continues to be insane. And speaking of insane, Aaron Hicks is going to be the first player in Major League Baseball history to have Tommy John surgery and never miss a game. So he had Tommy John last year. He was going to miss a significant amount of time this year, but of course, because of the delay, he's going to be able to come back and he might not miss any games. And on that note as well, speaking of players that were going to miss some time or potentially not be able to do what they're capable of, Shohei Ohtani and the rest of the Angels staff, they were going to have some huge question marks going into the season. Their rotation was iffy. They even had some issues in their bullpen as well. They're all going to come back healthy. So the Yankees are going to be healthy. The Angels rotation is going to be healthy. So if they can just limit the damage to 2 or 3 runs a game, maybe 4, Anthony Rendon and Mike Trout and the Angels squad, they're going to score some runs. So I'm excited to see if the Angels can finally get Mike Trout into the playoffs. I'm super happy about that. Now, I do want to talk about Aroldis Chapman and Blaze Jordan, 2 guys that are going to be, I mean, they're both jacked in my opinion. Now, Blaze Jordan, he's jacked for different reasons. We'll talk about that. But look at Chapman. Look at this picture right here. He has been on a mission the entire offseason. He is taking advantage of it. So people like Miguel Cabrera and Anthony Rizzo, they have both lost weight, but it seems like Aroldis Chapman, he did the opposite. He's always been a very tall, lengthy guy. He wanted to put on some muscle mass, and I would not be shocked if Aroldis Chapman comes out and throws 110 miles an hour. Seriously, that's how huge he looks. Now, again, he's so tall, so the fact that his stride comes at you even closer than other guys, it's going to be a perceived 110. So if he's throwing 1.6, it's going to be perceived at 110. That's why I quit baseball. I'm so happy that I stopped at high school because let's say I made college and I did really well. If I got drafted, I would have to face Aroldis Chapman. As a lefty sitting in the box, nah. If he throws a slider, all right, man, I'm just going to go ahead and take that every single time. I'm gonna expect fastball up, and if I get lucky, I get lucky. If not, I get to go home and live another day. So, yeah, speaking of me being drafted, that will never happen, but Blaze Jordan got drafted in the 3rd round by the Boston Red Sox, but he got paid like a 1st or 2nd rounder. So usually with the 89th pick, you get about $600,000. The dude got $1.75 million, so you're probably thinking to yourself, what's so special about this kid named Blaze Jordan? Yeah, he has a really cool name, might be the best baseball name in the history of baseball. He's really good, okay? When he was 14 or 15 years old, he was already making Sports Illustrated articles. He was already making ESPN by hitting prodigious 500-foot home runs before he could drive.
That is his 5th. Here comes his 6th. Is it gonna go?
That is insane talent. That is something that you don't see very often. So I would say if you're a power hitter, even if you're not the best fielder or athlete, you're going to get talked about. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Blaze Jordan, these guys can hit the baseball a long way. But that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. I know we talked about a lot, but I didn't want to waste a lot of your time. I wanted to talk about one thing, then the next, then the next, then the next, because I want to take MLB Recap a little bit more seriously. I mean, I want to have fun, and we are going to have fun, but I also want to try and prove to MLB Network that maybe if they want some more talent in the future, Fuzzy can be your guy. Now I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to start the aesthetic. Remember to leave a like on the video as well as subscribe. Support the cause. 200K before opening day. Let me know what was your favorite part about the video, or maybe the part that really stuck out the most. Like, wow, I didn't think about that before. But I'll catch you guys in the next one, and enjoy this day in Major League Baseball history.
Whoa, bye.
There, you wouldn't believe. This is high and deep. Oh, the cat walk. 3-1 pitch. This is out of here. He has done it.
Second deck, maybe. Yeah, way up in the second deck.
3 home runs in a row.
Bottom of the 9th. Into the wind. Jimenez pumps. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. Joe has it. Throws the big man. There it is. A no-hitter. A no-hitter for Jimenez. The Cardinal players mob him over at first base. Unbelievable. What a great, great performance.
Here's the motion by the big lefty, swinging a drive to center, hit well. Jack Jones is back. He'll go to the track, the wall, gone, a home run. Guardado deals, Erstad swings, and there it goes. Deep to right. This ball game is over. Darren Erstad is the hero tonight.
The 0-2 pitch, fastball, ground ball, middle of the diamond. Stephen Drew Fields fires. He did it! Edwin Jackson just threw the second no-hitter in Diamondbacks history.
On the ground to Panic. Panic to Posey, and Lincecum has done it again. He has no-hit the San Diego Padres for the second time in 2 years. What a great performance.
If you guys made it to the end of the video, do not forget to leave a like, and also if you're bored, there are 2 more videos on the screen right now. What are you doing? Click on them. I promise you, they're fun. Do it. Otherwise, you're gonna not pull a diamond for the rest of your life.